All right, welcome everybody to another episode of the Empty Up the Clip podcast, the OTC. My name is Cams, and I'm here with the usos from the WesWes Network. Eddie, the Mad Butcher, or madder than the Mad Butcher, and we got the man of the cleaners cuts out west. We got Leti. What's up, usos?
Samoa, bro. How are you guys?
Yo, sup, usos? Yo.
It's good to be back. Number 2 for the year, man. We're on a roll. Let's do some shoutouts. Let's go, Eddie.
Yo, shout out to my older brother Leo, turned 52. And, the birthdays after 50, man, they're all milestones, man. And happy birthday to my nephew, Jonas, turned 14, all the way in Orkney, Scotland. And shout out to my boys that hanged out the other day for the anniversary for my brother. So shout out to V, Sapiti, and Alex for coming around, and shout out to my cousin David and Lana who were there at the time. But yeah, those are my shout outs. Sick.
My shout out's not saying too big, man, but my first shout out to my also junior Safotu coming for the barbers today. It's crack up, man, when you booking your haircuts. His haircut was 11:45. I didn't know what time he left, but I think it was like a good 2 hours before the haircut even started. So shout out to my also, man. Good to see you doing big things at Castle Boys High School. Another one's to my mate, Tim Dam. Tim's right. I've known Tim since I was 4, bro. Just as long as I've known Nont. And yeah, he's one of those guys who takes a late annual leave. But when he goes on like excursions with his kids, mate, this guy's posting like 100%, bro. So I think he's done like maybe 11 beach trips since the 1st of Jan. And he's still posting, bro. So I think he wraps up his annual leave in another few days. But yeah, looking forward to catching up with that dude. And my last one's to my also kin. So week 1 down starting from Sunday. Getting on the fitness buzz. So keep it up, both spray. It's like another what was that? However many more weeks of the year. Another 55 weeks, is it? Till next year, Jan. But yeah, bro, I got faith in you, bro. They disappoint me. So now yeah, that wraps up my shout outs.
Nice.
Nice, boys. Just normal shout outs to everyone that listens to the WesWes Network content on all our podcasts, the EOTC. You can find us on our Facebook page, the Empty Out the Clip Facebook page. It's a private page, so just answer the questions and we'll let you in. Get your chance to throw in some comments and some articles, and we'll shout you out on the podcast. Then we'll talk about whatever you throw up there. Also, we've got a website. You can find all our blogs from all our WesWes Network stuff on there, www.weswesnets.com. You can find links to all our other podcasts and also our YouTube channel. So go into our YouTube channel, you find a lot of content there. And if you feel like supporting us, from just hit the support button on the website at the top there. I think it's from $2. You can donate $2 a month just to support us. We'll get the stuff we need to continue giving some great content out there. So that's the WesWes Network website there. Sweet boys, man. It's been only been a week since we've been on. So what have you guys been up to? I'll start with you, Eddie.
Man, no, week's been a little bit hectic. One of my aunties passed away. So my mom was kind of feeling it a bit. So man, just trying to buy every food that she likes. You know, us islanders. So yeah, just getting her salmon and any food she likes. So just trying to keep her happy. We asked her if she wanted to go back to Samoa this year, but nah, she just wants to stay here. After Christmas and all that, her legs are not that strong. So yeah, and just work, man. Work's been hectic. So man, you know that meme that goes around where you're so good at your job that it's ruining your life? That's where I'm at the moment, sort of. Man, I'm just I don't know, I'm big softy, yeah. Just help everyone at work. So nah, man, it's been hectic. But nah, apart from that, just celebrated my brother's 1 year. So yeah, just went to Waikimete, just sat and chilled there. But yeah, no, that's been my week. But yeah, how about you, Let's?
Condolences to you, Oos, and
Yeah, Shoutouts.
welcome to your brother's 1 year, man.
Yeah.
So I've just been trying to tidy up things around the house. Um, yes, and this is why I appreciate using Snapchat. Like you can take a lot of photos, and on my Snapchat, it's probably like a handful of people that don't follow me on my normal socials, but there would be like a group of people where I know, like, if I've done something good and they've noticed it, they will comment like, "Oh man, that's looking good." So that's what I've been doing, and having Safotu come around as well, because whenever we start DIY projects around the house, we always send each other like little recordings through Messenger. Just, oh, this is what it looks like now, and this is what it is, and this is where I'm trying to get it to. So it's been good. Like I had him come over today, and he knows all the stuff that I've done around the house. A lot of it's painting. A lot of it's painting. But since the last time we jumped on, I was umming and ahhing about transforming the drop-off back area around the back into like a dry space. So that's been a challenge. I'm trying to do it on a budget, man. And anyone who knows me, bro, if I don't have to buy it, I won't. And if I can save myself in other areas, so I had a budget of pretty much $50, and I've managed to put like dry it off. So instead of like trying to plug the holes that I've got in the existing sheets of iron, I'm gonna duct tape it and then hopefully figure out a way of trying to keep the rain out. So I've been sort of praying for some rain. I want to see how dry I can get my shelter around the back, and if it does work, I'll probably look at trying to do a floor, like a elevated floor around the back. And I think if I get that dry, man, I'm gonna be like, oh man, gotta put on a shout, I have to, because I've gotten it that far. Like I gotta remember, like these sheets, they're just sitting on top of just the outer shape of the space, and the only thing weighing it down is some weights. So I'm doing it old school style, but I'm doing it old school style, like, so they take it down, then I can open it up, and it's just an open area, you know. So I'm giving myself probably the end of the month. I'll give myself the end of the month to have at least a couple of rafters going across and then screw it off. But yeah, I'm hoping for some rain so I can see how well this duct tape holds up. Apart from that, just enjoying just the brisk walking with the muscles, and baby, fuck. Yeah, like, I think when you take for granted how much free time you have, I think the balancing act is trying to, use that time where you're not sleeping and fucking around, and just actually, you make meaningful time, you know what I mean? So it's been hard, like, because I told the missus, like, man, cut back on the fizz, like on the Coke. There's something about a red can inside the fridge that looks like, when you've had a hard day calling or it's hot, that you just want to go crack that, that red can open, So we'll sort of exchange that for big bottles of water. So I'm on the ice buzz again, just filling up my bottle, freezing it, and then filling it up with water and then drinking away at it. Seems to be working. But other than that, bro, just been watching a whole lot of DIY car enthusiasts, like, just, yeah, man, on that buzz. So I'm acting like it's like I'm substituting the window shopping for watching videos of people doing DIY stuff with their car. Because my next project will be like, oh yeah, I might as well do some work on the holder now, you know what I mean? But on a real small budget. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, man. But you, Kenneth, how's your flu coming along?
Yeah, got the remnants of the flu, like just the bloody coffee. So I think that the cough, every time you have the flu, the cough is always the last thing to go away. So I've still got the cough going, but it's annoying, eh? But now, man, my week's been uneventful. It's the last week before I go back to work on Monday. Yeah, I had no plans or anything. Just stayed home, I watched a lot of NBA. Just watching NBA all day because I was putting on my bets too. So I was doing that since Monday every day. Yeah, just trying to relax and just haven't been motivated. Just not motivated to do much. I think because just the downtime and the holiday. And I know my office opened up on Wednesday, so if you don't want to waste your holidays, you can go to work. But I had that option, but I was like, nah, I'll just do nothing. But no one's gonna be there, right? But the office is gonna be open, so. But I thought, nah, I'll just go next week. I did today. I went to buy a basketball hoop, one of those ones that self-standing ones, glass backboard. So put that up. I had to put that up. getting my 100 shots in a day now.
Oh, no.
But trying to get the kids out of the rooms, out of the PS5s, and go outside and shoot some hoops or something, And it's funny because I got a list of things to do, but I don't feel like doing any of them. But then what? I think when I start work on Monday, and then I'll start being motivated because you got to get up early to get to work, right?
Yeah.
And then the routine will kick back in, and then I think the motivation will kick back in too to do other stuff. So right now I'm just letting it slide. I'm letting the slide. Just want to relax. Don't think about anything. Two more days left, and then back to work. So yeah, that's me.
Nice.
Sorry.
Right, boys, let's get into it. So 2 topics we got today. The first one, mate. Man, when I saw the video, of this, man, I full of heaps of socials, like Samoan socials I've been to for the years, like growing up, church socials and going to Apia Way and that kind of stuff, and go, and then man, if you're Samoan and grow up and go to these events, everyone's been to these kind of events. And I bet you everyone's seen some altercations that happen in these events. I mean, how many altercations have we seen at these kind of events, man? Especially the Samoan socials, the island socials with the live band, the Hens and Rec, when they used to go hard out socials at the Hens and Rec. It was like sad to say that altercation happened at Taumeasina Resort in Samoa, man. Like, place like that, a flash place like that. And then there was a massive brawl at the bar on karaoke night, and obviously people gonna have their phones and start filming and put them online. But man, I was just thinking, wow. A flash place like this, a nice place like that, and something like that happens, it doesn't go away. But then when you at the back of your mind you think, okay, this is Samoa. These things do happen. So it was like a matter of time, but I don't know. But when you see the footage, and I'll play it in a minute. When you see the footage, like, it's shocking, right? But then at the same time, it's not shocking. It's like, oh, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I've seen it before.
It's not a
I've seen
surprise.
that. I've seen that before. How many times, man? Yeah, but I want to show you guys the footage. So I'll just share my screen. As you can see. Yep. Chairs being thrown. Property damage. So swinging arms. Bruh. Style Beauty. What's up with that, man? What's up with your family, man?
Totally. Maybe she's right. Maybe New Zealand Samoans need to be humble. No. Sorry. What if we had it wrong, bro? What if she was right the whole time? Nah. I don't know. It's like the word that comes to mind is makanga. It's just it's embarrassing, man. Like especially like with hotels like Taumeasina, they're trying to build a reputation to attract overseas people to come, and that's where the money is. Like, tourism's huge in Samoa, it's massive, and this video went viral, bro. It's gonna tarnish. It's gonna send like at least like a few people to Fiji, like people there. Oh, let's go to Samoa, Hold on, Jeffrey, I found this video. It's just. Like, we've lost a few Jeffreys, man. we lost a few Gilberts and Karens and whatnot, but
a few Harolds not coming.
Harold, exactly, bro. Imagine you're King Charles and you're trying to convince another king from Spain to go to Samoa. Oh, it's a lovely place. Oh, what's this video? It's like, come on, man. Like, nah, man, it's just Samoans, eh? Like, we need to put like limits. We work hard, but we play hard. You know what I mean? Like, we need to set limits, man. You either like learn to stop and just forget things, man, and just kind of like chill. But yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't see the video in the family chat, so I know it's not my family. But yeah, nah, man, it's quite makanga, man. But yeah, how about you, Leti?
Man, first of all, I don't blame the guests. And I'm gonna say, it's gonna sound like a guy, bro, but this is a self-infliction of the resort itself not having a process in place where they could have seen all of that escalating. You know what I mean? So if I was the bar manager, I would have staff or at least security there to make sure patrons who actually coming from the outside and those who are staying in the resort are protected. Because straight away you'd think, man, hopefully no kids are like seeing all this stuff unfold in front of them, or whether you got a cutoff time where okay, there's a certain dress you can't come into the resort after hours, or like, and if someone's walked in wearing shorts, for example, and the shorts policy is from 3 o'clock and it's now 8 o'clock at night, well, that person's been there more than 5 hours. You should already know these guys have been drinking. It's time for them to sober up. So I think Taumeasina did it on themselves, man. Of course, like yeah, someone's gonna be someone's, but like, at what point do you decide to start WrestleMania 25 or Royal Rumble over a conversation? Well, hello, come on there. You talking to me? You know, is it a miscommunication? Someone got the Laffa wrong, pointing at the wrong guy, or like, was he pointing to the guy who just got off the mic whose two brothers are standing behind you? Is it one of those situations? But at no point do you put that on the patrons, right? It's all to do with the venue itself, man. So it's like there's a big learning curve for them. Now here's the challenge for them to sort of get their shit out of the, because like whatever's done is done. It's already done. But could have been preventative. Oh, 100%, man. 100%. Like, I don't feel sorry for them because if you got Lomakua sitting in there, right, who are enjoying the sound of, bro, Samoans can sing. A lot of Samoans can sing, bro. That's a given. But at what point do you then protect those Lomakuas and those kids who might have been watching from what could have happened? You know? So you can't feel sorry for, we can't be hating on our people because, hey, our people drink and party hard. That's all good. That's a given. But why then someone say, so from Mulea, can we have a word outside? Everyone's having a good time, but just in case, for safekeeping, you might, offer like a cordial or something, or apple juice instead of something stronger. You know what I mean? So that was all self-inflicted. It was like I'd never, because patrons are there on holiday, bro. They didn't go fuck. They want to run it up and back. But you should have people on site who can go and tell that guy, hey, maybe it's time to have a sleep. Come back tomorrow night, and you can earn the microphone then. That's all done with a conversation, bro. Before it got to that point, I'd like to see the damages of what happened because that's an expensive lesson for them. You know what I mean? But yeah, all of that could have been prevented, bro. I don't think it's right of us to sort of put it on the patrons and people coming from outside because they should have had a process in place where safeguarding everybody to enjoy that space. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that it's in Samoa. Because I mean, every other day of the week, there's probably like what it is out in Stampede Bar and like up your way in Paradise back in the day, But over time, there would have been a process, right? You're not coming on. Remember that time he came with the Maldives and shit? Nah, fuck, you need a couple more months. See, all of that stuff's preventable, bro. So, yeah. Unlucky, Taumeasina, bro.
Man, over the years, man, I've been witness to how many of these kind of altercations and brawls, at venues, man, like the ones I've just mentioned, man. Like, I was once one at church. What happened in my church?
Oh,
like on the Sunday after church. Wow, when I was a kid. But because our church used to have those fundraiser socials down at Hens and Rec too, and we were kids then. We were like still intermediate primary school, but we were there just to do to put the cans in the in the rubbish, do those
the fouls,
and stuff. Like we had to do those, but we were witness to like altercations there too. Man, and I remember one massive one at Apia Way when I was there on Thursday night. Man, but yeah, it's sad to see it happen in a place like it's Taumeasina, which is like kind of flash. It's kind of flash based. It's probably the two hotel resorts in Apia, because all the other resorts are on the other side, no? So it's accessible one. So it's accessible just because it's in Apia, and that's why I see a lot of people go to Taumeasina Resort, because it is a nice place. It's a nice venue, nice bar. There's a beach outside, and there's a swimming pool. Karaoke. But the karaoke night, and why the bar's open during the day for the public, is because they need to make money too, right? So it'll be sad if they shut it down, because that's a lot of their probably income.
Yeah,
because it's not just the locals that go there. It's it's the visitors. So you don't have to stay at Taumeasina to enjoy yourself over there, right? You can use the beach. You can eat at the bar. You can eat at the 2 restaurants that they have there, right? Yeah, and you'd think a flash base like that would sort of, I guess it wasn't immune to the altercations that Samoa can throw at it if it happens. But the nice venue itself still wasn't enough for them to respect the kind of like place like that. You're right, Eddie. It's fucking man.
Yeah.
Big time. And I shouldn't be laughing, but it was just, I don't know, just sad to see. And there was another video I threw up on the chat. Like, we saw the angle from the lobby. We saw some of the Polynesian, they're running away with their kids.
Running away, yeah.
Man, that was sad, eh?
Yeah.
Like, what were they thinking, eh? Like, never coming back here again. Like, oh my gosh.
That's the whole thing about Samoa, eh? It's like looking after your guests. Yeah, so yeah, it's big taboo. But I mean, they can twist it, they can spin it. Like after karaoke, man, like just everyone outside. There's a makeshift ring. Taumeasina fight nights. Hey, nah, bro, let's market that, bro. And a big quarter weighing at 244 pounds.
Right, imagine how many categories you'd have.
So
Fighting for only a slab. These guys are two jugs deep. Hey, 2 jugs deep. Well, I will mangala 4 jugs. Right. Yeah, you fight with that guy. Right,
super heavyweight, super XL heavyweight, super XXXL heavyweight. So they can make money off it. Yo, let's go.
But from the get-go, though, if you're looking at it as a business point of view, protecting everybody, you got to make sure you got the people in place, right? There's no point having all these events and thinking, oh no, everything's gonna be all right. Well, look what happened. That's what you get when you sit on your hands, mate. They say, oh no, everything will be all good. Yeah, young Ali, see, it's like, bro, you gotta expect fire when there's no fire, no fire starters, bro. Otherwise, you gotta have the bucket ready. You know what I mean? You gotta have the bucket of water just in case. You never know, man.
I guess to be fair, the owners of Taumeasina Resort aren't Samoan. They're a family business from Papua New Guinea. And I think the manager they put in there, he's a Barangi dude. So they probably don't understand, or probably won't know to put like special people in there to make sure altercations don't happen there. Because it was like, this is like the first one, eh? Like the first sort of one.
If I'm the owners, I've already told this manager, that's the last. You're paying for it. Because it's my business, right? If you're the operations manager, that's your job to run everything. There would have been a conversation. Okay, for example, I got 10 guys all drunk. How we turn them? Show me how they're going to be turned away from the bar in the politest way that they're still going to come back. That process wasn't even in place, man. So that's the conversation you're having. That's the first and the last. Next time you're fucking gone. Like, I didn't need this shit. Like, this has gone viral. This is gonna have a dent in the marketing and how we can get more guests here. And then on top of that, it was ever karaoke. Like, fucking how does that sound? Karaoke would have sold more jugs of beer and spirits than how many people would have dined at the restaurant. Let's be honest, because people have said that the dining over there is not the greatest. So fuck, you're clearly gonna be like, bro, how did you prevent us from getting 0 to 100 the way it did? And you couldn't even protect us from it first and last time, bro. I'll be surprised that the guy's already trying to look for another job. And anytime there's alcohol involved, you gotta expect the worst, man. Yeah.
Mr. Nathan Bucknell is his name. I think he's got a Matai title too.
Oui.
But I just saw on Observer. There's an article about it, and they arrested one guy. They arrested one male, and they're looking for another. They haven't found him yet, but they seem to think he's from overseas. I think if you watch that video, he's the guy with the MMT shirt on. One of those videos. Remember, he's the guy. The overseas guy they're talking about.
I just want to know what song caused the fight. Was it Shania Twain or Celine Dion?
It must have been a Celine Dion song.
Was it Celine Dion? Yeah, bro.
TV, bro.
My heart will go on. So that it's hard to hit those high notes. Yo, nah, straight up.
But oh yeah, Pride was gonna say that they obviously said some shit about, bro, he sounded Gaia. Has to be, bro. And then it's like that guy over there just said you sounded Gaia. Or you murdered the song. Has to be, bro. It's the only logic that fight would ever happen. So what you say?
Yeah,
To
well,
all the Filipinos, man. If they think that they're the best at karaoke, you ever had a fight or one? Yo, see.
yeah, I hope they sort it out. I think what they've gone their side is that they're one of 2 hotels in Napier, like in that sort of high quality. I don't think they're 5-star, but they're good quality place. So I think that's what they've got going for them. Because if you're not there, then you have to go out to Kauai, to other resorts, like resorts by the beach.
Yeah.
Because they've got a beach, so they're probably the only resort with a beach at the back. In Napier.
True.
In Napier.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because at the tunnel there's nothing. Then you got lava. So then you got a swimming pool. Then you got Eggy Gray's, that's Sheraton. So that's got a swimming pool. But if you want to go to a resort with a beach, then you have to go out to Sinalei or something like that at the back there. So yeah, a bit of PR going on there to try and recover.
I bet you no one's been prosecuted at all. It's just the article that they written to the Observer.
So boys, from that to back home. So bad start of the year. We've got a child that's died, or a child that got murdered, like beginning of this week. So apparently a guy drove up to the police station, the Manukau police station, with a dead child in the car. Must be his child that he's killed. He sort of gave himself in to the police, and now he's in custody. He's going to court. He went to court and is going to High Court in February. But yeah, the cops went outside of the car, and there's a body of a young child. We don't know if it's a boy or girl. We don't know the names of the person. Don't know the ethnicity of the person. We practically don't know anything. So he's got name suppression and suppression of the details as well, just in case something happens to this guy. They even shut down the cameras in the courtroom. So yeah, bad start to the year with this kind of thing. And I showed you that video from Dave from the Fresh Start podcast, and he was talking about how New Zealand is probably a high rate of child deaths, child murders, and the fact that the sentencing is pretty light for some of these offenders that have killed kids compared to Australia. He was saying we don't even see the light of day if you get convicted of killing a child. But yeah, man, pretty sad. Start with you. Let's.
Yeah, that's got to be the heaviest news you hear, especially when it's around children, eh? Yeah, I think just hearing, watching that snippet that you posted with Dave talking about the sheer statistics and the justice system, like the sentences that we get handed here. I think before all of that, it's like, people who put themselves in the position to have children, like, I believe like there's probably not a right or wrong time to have children, but I think there needs to be more emphasis on whether people have the patience to have kids. Like, because I was a young parent, man, and I wouldn't wish that on any of my kids. Like, to start at the age of, like, literally just become legit to buy a packet of cigarettes, you know what I mean? Like, right, it's heartbreaking to know, like, whether this person knew of the, like, how this kid had passed away, and then all of a sudden just saw themselves and what had taken place. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to imagine to hand yourself in or go straight to the police station. Wouldn't as a parent, wouldn't you go straight to the doctors or the hospital first? But to drive to the police station more or less is saying to me did you inflict this on this kid because you pretty much drove there with what? The intent of handing yourself in. I mean, we can blame drugs and all of that, but I mean, times are that hard. Where's your next meal gonna come from? Was that guy going through that? Was he worrying about can I get through the end of the week without having to worry about putting food in this child's mouth? There's so many factors that it's tough, bro. I'm not even working, bro. I didn't even try and throw weight around here, man, at home, because I know how tough it is. And I guess I'm just grateful just to be alive. But man, my heart goes out to the guy and what he was going through. But yeah, these days, man, people need to know, educate yourself about how much it's gonna financially cost you and your sanity, man, because not everyone, even the most patient people probably wouldn't be built to be parents, and that struggle that you go through trying to raise your kid with literally nothing is, bro, that's the stuff that they write books and make movies about, man, and not everyone gets a happy, a Cinderella story. But yeah, it's quite triggering, because there's two deaths in the past that have come to mind, and one of them was that Leti kid where the parents filed her in the washing machine and the dryer, and there was another one years back that held the Northwestern Motorway where the guy had taken the life of his baby in the back of it because he was in a custody battle. So all of that reminds me of that sort of stuff that happened back then, more than 10 years ago. But yeah, I don't want to start getting upset also. Had that happen to you, Eddie, bro.
Yo, nah, skills. Nah, yeah, nah. That video was right, bro. Uh, we're ranked 35th out of 41 developed countries for child well-being and outcomes. So that's low, bro. Child deaths due to abuse is one child dies every 5 weeks in New Zealand, because of family violence. And in the OECD, we're ranked pretty high for teen suicide. So man, something's happening to our kids. There's issues in New Zealand. We claim to be this country where we're chilled and whatnot, but we're killing our kids, man. And these cases are becoming more and more prevalent, coming on the news and stuff. It's actually quite shocking. But we need to show support for the families, the victims. Do rehab programs. Create safe houses for children. Because man, state care is not it. Some of these kids are dying in foster families and whatnot. And the issues around. So some countries have done research why kids are being killed and whatnot. And some of them from their own parents and whatnot. It's through mental health, lack of educational opportunities, and poverty. And man, with the living crisis that we're having in New Zealand at the moment, yeah, you're right, lady. It's pushing parents to the extreme. And with the meth epidemic in the country, it's just adding to these social problems. Um, we need to, I think, to combat it. This issue and many other issues is we need more cultural sensitivity classes. Bring our Māori and Samoan and Fiji and Tonga, good our communities together to network to try and protect our kids. Um, promote good role models for our children, man. And maybe teach young parents the difference between disciplining a child and abusing a child, because there's a fine line. I mean, we always hear like, especially our generation, talk about, man, I got to hide in and nothing happened to me. I came out all right. Our kids are facing different issues. You know, if you got bullied in our time, man, you went home. It was your safe space with your mom and dad. Now they come home. It's all on social media. Just follows them. You know, it's like, yeah, it's just, it's a real growing issue that we as New Zealanders need to tackle, man. And like, you know, it's more and more prevalent in the Polynesian communities now and in the Maori communities. So that's an issue that we need to address ourselves. And man, it's the innocence of the child that really gets me, eh? Um, and when you snuff a life that young, it hurts, bro. You know, they haven't get a chance to live, man. They never got a chance to have a life. But yeah, no, that's my Lima Singe, man. But yeah, how about you, Cams?
Yeah, it's always sad when you hear these kind of stories to come out, especially, you know, don't want to act like it's normal because it happens all the time here. Like you see it on the news every so often. No, it comes on the news and another kid, and it's like okay, and then you don't. It doesn't really hit you until you see what the numbers are compared to the rest of the world. You know, and it's like shit. We do have a problem. But I think you're right. Let's like if you look at the facts, because there's not much facts here. A lot of it's been disclosed by the courts, but the facts are that the guy, assume he's the father, drove to the police to give himself in with the body of the child in the car. He was sustained injuries. If you read the article, so the article said he was sustained injuries, so he's got some injuries. So when you talk about domestic violence, maybe it was from that. Like there was an altercation at home, and then both maybe the mother and father fighting, and the kid got involved, and the kid got struck by accident or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. Like we don't know what the thing is, but it looks like some of the pieces here you can sort of like what may or may not have happened. But when it comes to domestic violence, all bets are off. Because when kids are involved in domestic violence, man, if you're angry and you don't know what you're doing, you're like, you know, you're off your head, anything can happen. And it would be unfortunate if kids were there too, in the way or something. So I'm just saying, like, it's never a good thing when with domestic violence and if kids are involved too.
Like just touching on how Eddie spoke about, like, you know, times are hard for parents, and like you know, me having my son, I've got way more patience and a broader perspective of how to raise my son now. You know what I mean? And I came from the era of where, like, bro, you put a foot wrong, bro, you get one warning and then you got hiding. And like when I hear this generation or our generation, so I got hiding, so I'm fine. But underneath some of that is a lot of trauma that we live through, right? And we share that by laughing about it. But like at no point do you want your kids to experience it. You know what I mean? Even when you know you teach yourself to the point where your breaking point and you just want to just throw your hands with your kids. You know what I mean? And so when you're not doing it physically, you mirror them with your words, and that's something that I've got to learn to control. Like it's not easy. Like you know, raising teen girls, and they you know they get on your under your skin. So whatever this guy or this couple was going through, to the point where their kid has lost their life, it's like, man, you gotta really put yourself in the worst of situations. You need to sort of understand it, man. And I think that's where society need to learn how to do it too. Like we can't just go assume, oh, this guy's probably was on the pipe or some shit, you know? Because it's not every day we read about it. But I mean, if you put yourself in situations where that guy might have been around it, you know, he probably would never. Like just for example, what if he never ever touched the pipe and just happened to jump on the pipe there one time, and this is what happened? You know, it's you know, it's sad that like, you know, these recreational drugs are easy to obtain now than they were back in the day. But it's just all the variables that can just change the alter of someone's life, you know what I mean? And that's the stuff that you don't have in your control, bro. So yeah, like the times are tough. So sometimes the escape is just to jump on the pipe or have a blaze or fucking get on the piss, you know, and none of those are probably any healthier either, you know. But yeah, hopefully the dude or the couple get the help that they need, man, because bro, everyone who knows what struggle is, man, could understand and sort of, you know, feel a sense of like the hardship that they were going through, man. Because yeah, when a kid has to lose their life and a life's cut short, bro, it's like, man, it's not good.
Facts.
Shout boys. Yeah, man. Hopefully, no more sad stories in a couple of episodes. But moving on to some what have we been watching? What's happening on The Sopranos, Eddie?
Slowly, man. Can't forget his name. The one that beat up the prostitute. Ralph. Solid. That guy's straight like guy, man. Honestly, it's like once you get rid of one dickhead, like, you know, Richie, and then Ralph comes in. It's like, bro, man.
You gotta remember, bro, he's Tony's top earner, so
Yo. But wasn't there was a guy that beat that dude with the club, and then Tony got the old man to take out his godson.
Oh yes.
The old guy that was smoking, yeah. Totally.
That was a
hard watch.
Because the old man, he was nicknamed the Terminator. Eh?
Yeah, because he was
when he was younger. He was the top hitman when he was younger. Eh?
Yeah, because he's the actor that played Paulie in the Rocky movies. Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So man, he was coughing and crashed the Cavalli. But man, what an OG to go out like that, bro! Like straight up. Like it's funny. Like it's one of the TV shows where it's about the mafia. You think it's gonna be kill, and like but it's actually the dialogues that get you hooked. It's the way they talk to each other, the communication, and it's weird how they hold God and like the Catholic Church with so much reference. And yet, like, the dealings that they do is like polar opposites, you know. They got strip clubs and you know, racketeering and, you know, like extortion and, you know, how many like lawyers they got in their pockets. Like, it's so I've just been like slowly watching that, and one of my boys wanted to start a series called Silo, so I started Silo. That's a really good TV show. It's 2 seasons, so we're burning for it fast. So yeah, no, I'll let you guys know more about Silo in the next But see, how about you, Let's?
Oh, bro, I think last pod because I forgot because I've been running out of things to watch, right? So I started watching it based on a true story. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but bro, that is good, eh? It's good, but it's got a lot of daydreaming, you know, like people are in conversation or they go places and then they have daily like just little thoughts and they like run, you know, then the recording actually records them having a daydream. So this is based on a true story. It's about a podcast and it's about a serial killer, and there's a couple who are pretty much rock bottom. Like the chick's she's a real estate agent, and then the husband's an ex semi-pro tennis player, and he had like the coaches gig at a tennis club. Yeah, they come across a serial killer who was a plumber who come to do work, and the only reason why they figured it out was him is because he used to put the sleeves on his shoes. So this guy was on a murder spree, and when the police and the investigators said that the evidence that they found of this guy walking into the houses is that he wore sleeves on his shoes, and straight away they clicked, fuck, it must be the plumber. Has to be. And so they put it together, and then they confronted him, and he was like, wow, I never thought I'd be found out like this. And so now they're tied into a little, they know of him, but then she's like, man, if we just do a podcast, we'll become billionaires. So now he's controlling the narrative of the podcast, even though they had an idea. But he's roped them into like being accessories to the crimes as well, which is fucking great. He's not mad, eh? It's like the way it unfolds. Say I'm up to episode 9 of season 1, and bro, it's a good watch, man. But it's just my idea because I'm trying to get through the last episode, and then season 2 comes out I think next week. So now that's been a real good watch, man. And like, but there's too many sex scenes in it, man. I'm like trying to forward it. It's like it doesn't need it. You know, like when you watch stuff and it doesn't need it. It's like Power 8. Power and nah, just been watching YouTube, bro. Hooked on YouTube, and nah, shout outs to the full family over in El Paso, man. Chef's like his first New Year's and Christmas away from Rita and the kids, but they're still posting their kongais and stuff. But yeah, he's in the hospital for renal failure, so his kidneys are like operating on maybe like 10% of what they should be. So he's probably gonna undergo some surgery. Or he'll be on the dialysis, I think.
Yeah.
That guy, that family, the Clay Wong, the dude, the Australian Aussie Asian dude, he's working on cars. Another guy I've been watching is this Chop Shop dude. He's Australian, so yeah, man, just watching too many car enthusiast things, eh? Just getting especially anything around like LS1 and LS3, anything with like like Coyote engines, like anything to do with like guys doing it themselves. I recently just watched one last night, and bro, once I find out who this is, bro, I'm gonna give this dude his flowers. But he's a Kiwi guy, and all he's done is change the extractors on his engine, and he's done a sort of like a one episode recording of him changing the exhaust on his Falcon. So it must have been like a straight 6, and it's a BA series, so it must be a series 2. He's changed the exhaust and the extractors on the engine, and he shows you how to do it and what needs to be done with the sensors and stuff. So this guy done a real in-depth explanation of why you need to change the CO2 sensors before and after the catalyst, which is like pretty cool, eh? Like for a Kiwi accent, and like in the detail he went and how far he goes underneath the car, I was like, bro. So when I find out what his actual name is, bro, I'm gonna shout out that dude, bro, because he's the man. Like his video was so good, real clear as well if you watch it on the television. And then the last couple is the off the grid couple that I've been watching. They just had it's like a was it like a summary of the 2024 and all the stuff they did on their house and on their bit of land over in America, man. But man, that's a good watch. Yeah, I love watching people like say, "Oh, we're gonna do this." Give ourselves like 3 weeks to do it, and then they transform like their headquarters or their living space. It's pretty good. Otherwise, nah, that's what I've been watching, bro. It's only Friday, so I've probably got another 16 more episodes of some other stuff to watch. Oh, and the 4x4 Australian dude, the one who motivated me to transform my trailer into a camper trailer. Shout out to that dude. He's got a big following too, eh? On YouTube. About you, Cams?
So I posted up a YouTube that I watched on the chat. So it was Terrell May. He's the NRL player who now plays for is it Dragons? No, Tigers. He's with Tigers now, eh? But he does his vlog, man. All these athletes have got their own vlogs now, eh? It's like a trending thing to have your own vlog if you're an athlete. I know in America, a lot of NFL stars, they have their own vlogs in that. But now NRL, they're getting into it too, eh? Like Jerry Manu, he's got his one. He's over in Japan playing rugby union, so he's got a weekly vlog. And now Terrell May, he's got a vlog now. So yeah, the interesting one here, the one where he got his two siblings together, Helen May and Tyrone. Tyrone's playing over in Super League. I'm not sure where the younger one is playing, because he got fired from from Penrith because he had went to court, for being up his king, but not sure where he's gonna end up, but hopefully he'll get out of that. But no, he had a vlog about where he's from, and he got his dad, his two siblings to come together, and they'll just go walk around the old neighborhood. So they're from the western side of Mount Druitt, a place called Tregear. It's supposed to be the poorest suburb in Mount Druitt, and they just interviewed his dad. So his dad talks about how they grew up as kids, and his dad, he's a Balangi dude, but man, he's tough, eh? Like he's like, man, from a young age he like trained his kids hard, and to the point where the kids were like saying, "Oh, our cousins were too scared to come over because if they came over, they would be stuck in training.
Training.
They'd have to train too, so they never come over." So they said they grew up not like normal kids, because the kids will play around and ride their bikes and play at the playground, and but they weren't allowed. They had to train. So he had to take them up this hill, run up and down this hill, and he'll train them hard up. So it was like, man, it's interesting. It's interesting to see how three siblings can make it to NRL. But if you watch it and listen to the interview of their dad, the dad tells you the secret. Like you gotta do those hard out ones. Like those, like that movie King Richard with Will Smith, Venus Williams and Serena Williams. Like how their dad was hard out. Train the kids at a young age. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it seems to be the way it works. If you want your kids to be stars and make it in sport, you gotta train them hard out. But I don't know. But now it's a interesting watch. Though I don't know if you guys had a watch too, but now it's pretty cool.
Yo,
It is right there, man. I think if you're soft on your kids to the point like you ask them to do something and you have to go fifth, sixth, seventh time, bro, something's wrong. Something truly is wrong. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, one time is more than enough. But no, yeah, I like how they went back to their old house. You see how these guys on the dirt bikes went past them and were like, "Hey, what are you up to?"
Yeah.
Like trying to script them out. And he was like, "Hey, bro, we're literally in this house like last year." So it's sort of like nice to hear like how the boys have managed to get their parents out into another place, which is like, oh man. But they all stayed together, though. That's what it's like, bro. Even if they had NRL contracts, they were still living with their parents.
yo,
Like that's the sort of stuff that like melts your heart, like didn't change, just try to better their situation if anything.
Yeah.
So that's
It was
off,
it was fun listening to the dad talk.
yeah,
Even when the dad was, "Oh, Terrell, he's more Samoan."
yeah,
But the other two, they're more like me. They're more Aussies.
yeah.
Yeah. I watched that, and also we watched on TVNZ Plus, old New Zealand movie, Goodbye Pork Pie.
Oh, that's a classic, bro.
Man, you know what? That movie stands up today. Like, the story might be a little off, the acting, but man, the camera work and the direction. If you watch the movie, if you watch it, like, it like still stands up today. Like, it could be, if they would remade the movie, it'll still have the same shots.
Yeah.
Hey, it's good. It's good. Film production there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's an old film, though, bro. Like going back in the day, especially for like if you're thinking stunt and like capturing New Zealand, these open scenes on the open road, especially when they start losing panels off the car. It's like, wow, did that shit happen? Like even when the cars hadn't been chased by the leos, went into that and it hides in their junkyard, like that sort of stuff. Too. It's like, bro.
But that's what I noticed there. Like when the scenes in Auckland, how they show the Mangere Bridge still being built, and they're in the old bridge, the one that's on the ground.
Yeah.
And then the Harbour Bridge when there's only 2 lanes. This is in the 80s, 81 it got made. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a slice of life in New Zealand,
yeah.
And the scenes in the airport, in the Auckland airport.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's the oldest airport, man. Sharks, man.
Shout out to my year 11 English teacher. Got us to watch that, man.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. We watched it I think we watched the film 4 times.
Yeah.
The 1 hour session was like, okay, watch it again, sir. Because he wasn't here last week. I should watch it then. Watch it again.
Yeah, so who directed it? I think it was Jeff Murphy, So he went on to Hollywood, I think. Yeah. Jeff Murphy. So yeah, he's a pretty good director then. If it still stands up. But yeah, that's me. That's what I watched.
Yo.
Nice. All right, let's do some Fia Pokos.
Bro, I swear to God, man, every week after that, I jump on it, man, because I got to get them in early, man. Otherwise, my algorithm's going to start playing up. Starting from, and this one was censored from Thai. And this is a man who spends $250,000 to surgery to look like Martin Arnold. And says women find him irresistible. I don't know if you
So,
can see the photo. I don't know if you can see the picture, but
eh,
I was figuring, is it a woman that spends the money or was it a man? I'm confused.
I'm thinking like out of all the people you could like make your face into, like Hollywood actors, I don't know, anybody. Why no?
So is that's not Ma'anonu, that's Fafano'u. Nah, come on, it's not even.
That's got, where's the other man?
Dude,
Sorry.
Well, it seems to work. Women find them irresistible.
it's not that. They're just staring at him. Like, hey, look at this like guy. No, they look like the guy that started the fight at Taumeasina. That's bad, man.
Oh, there's one further down, oops, and this one was from David Daniel Nichols. There's a guy who's drilling holes in what looks like a piece of timber, and obviously I don't know what was wrong, whether he was trying to drill through a piece of timber and got like the knot, but he ends up giving him a nail gun, and I think the guy thought it was, I don't know where he must have thought, but instead of drilling a hole, he starts trying to dig a hole with the gun, but the gun's piercing through the timber, and he ends up nail gunning his foot. So he gives him, or someone goes, "Oh, use this one," and he's trying to drill a hole, but instead he's actually punching the nails through,
Ah,
thinking he's making a hole.
ugh.
And then when he realizes, "Oh shit, they went straight through my boot," now he's in
Ah,
the
so
like a lot of tradies are doing this, bro. And I don't think it's funny. Eh? Like to me, I don't think it's funny because it just be like,
damn.
because say like the trend on at the moment is tradies with Milwaukee drills. Like if someone hands them another drill, they'll use that drill as a hammer, and then they'll throw it away because they're trying to show off the brand of their drills. But that one there, I was thinking, it can't be serious, man.
You see how his hands were shaking?
Yeah.
Like the pain was just hitting him, eh? So
Ooh, what cracked me up is that the drill bit that he had is to make holes. He grabbed it and he saw it would have been a square tip. So why is he trying to make a hole with it? Oh, come on. You're making a hole out of a square bit. It's like, doesn't make sense, you know? But yeah, that was that guy. Got off it.
gotta fight the apprentice, eh?
Yeah, bro. And this one here is from Tracy Strop Up. And it's a lady. And I titled this When Silly Marries Silly Billy. So the chick's running out to say bye to the kid's wife, the husband and kids. He's going to do the drop off. She's running down the driveway. Oh, nah. And then she falls over while the husband's reversing. And it's what takes place in the next segment, which like blows my mind. So she's called to try. It's a knock on. The husband then comes out to check if she's all right and leaves the baby in the car. Car starts rolling down the hill. Then the baby hops out. I have no words. That's actual footage, man.
Damn.
That could have ended so bad.
Bro,
Yeah.
exactly, man. So she goes and does that. He then hops out of the car. Handbrake, 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 handbrake.
Ooh, lucky.
That could have ended worse, man. So, and then the last one, this is, bro. So I've seen this happen, but not to a car. It's when I think either the forks are stuck or the tire is slipping off the ledge of the building. And so someone decides, get the electric paddock jack and just lift the front wheel up off the forklift so it doesn't bottom out. Because there's only two wheels at the front, one at the back. They try not to damage the body of the forklift. So a guy comes along and he lifts the front wheel of the forklift. Mind you, no one's on the forklift, so the forklift is still in neutral, right? And it's what happens next that will make you think, oh, nah, who do you blame for this? Who do you blame? So you lift the front wheel off, it rolls. Remember, no one's on the forklift.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If someone was
that
in that
guy-
car,
yo.
damn.
Later, oops.
I've seen that happen where it goes straight into a wall, but I've never
Hey.
seen it happen to a car, bro. Like that's the cake right here.
Yo.
That's dangerous, eh? Wow. If someone was in there.
Even the guy in the green shirt could have died. Because he was
Yeah.
trying to stop it from rolling.
Yeah.
If he was inside the middle of the forks, man, game over.
I don't know, bro. I just check it to you guys, bro. Like, which one is the Fia Pokos, bro? If they are
Man.
all to me on the same level.
Sharks. That's the guy with the nail gun, man. Damn. That was a lesson learned, man. Wow.
So the tradies, bro. What about you, Eddie? Which one do you think?
Nah, bro. When you got the coupe, right, and you could buy a house, you can go travel the world, but you spend 250,000, eh,
To look like someone.
to look like Ma'anonu, and you end up looking like the Caucasian predator. I'm sorry. Man, I could just put him just in a tree and with the vision of the predator. Sorry, nah, bro.
Again, bro, you can't make this shit up, hey.
Yo,
Fucking unbelievable, man.
Shit. It's a bit of a down buzz. These ones, eh? Like
Yeah.
injuries and expensive lessons.
yo.
Oh, no.
So, boys, moving on, we'll get to Memory Lane. You press the one up, play that.
Yeah. This one was sent in from Mandalay Griffin, and it's, user probably relate to this, bro. And it's, remember when you used to wait until 9 p.m., this is on the Friday nights and weekends, and talk to people for unlimited minutes? 20 years later, we all pay for unlimited minutes and don't call anyone. Like, how much truth is there to that?
Yeah.
That's so true. When you when you have like limited time or limited text, you try to use it, right? Yeah, and then when it's unlimited, it's like, what to do now? You know, like, do you remember when texting on Vodafone was free on the weekends?
Yeah.
And like, bro, at 11:50, or just sending your last texts out, bro. You know, those send this to 10 people to get a blessing from God. And those ones, eh?
Oh, yeah, these are crap.
Those ones, eh? Those I love you, babe. You know those. It took 6 days to create the world. It took 9 months to create you. It's those ones. There's one-liners, man. But now there's unlimited. It's like, fuck. They reply back and it's 12:01.
Yeah.
So,
I remember when Texas was 20 cents each. Those days, 20 cents a text, prepaid.
Crack up because when I was in Samoa for the first time, it would have been when my daughter was like 5. So however many years back that is, 2006. But I just remember being in Samoa and like the digital flip phones, like they went out yet. But everyone was like, "Hey, are you recording with your phone?" Let's go, like you could record, with those Sharp GX30s,
Mm.
You had the polyphonic ringtone that you could record, but it had an SD card and you can only record for like a minute, and then you record movies and save it on your phone, make like you got movies on your phone. What cracking me up was like I went back 2 years later, bro, and everyone's doing this. Can you text me, please? Or can you ring me, please? And I'm like, why are they messaging you this? Bro, my cousin will go, I feel like 2 messages. 5 people messaged him, can you ring me, please? Can you ring me, please? So they got a phone, but they want you to ring them. I'm like, oh, nah. So that's how they communicate in Samoa, Just crack up, man. And now, it's like, bro, Digicel is more than one competitor in South, so it's better now, Yeah, Digicel, when they first came out, can you ring me, please? Can you ring me? Can you ring me, please?
bro.
Yeah. And then I remember when you could text from a computer and
Oh,
that was
yeah.
free.
Yeah,
And man, when that first came out, that was amazing. Like, wow, you can just do that.
man. Unlimited texting, bro. And now we can't even text each other. It's just group chats. The creation of group chats,
I think texting killed it, eh? Like, how it's unlimited texting now with, like, if you use Messenger or something like that. Like, it's free, right? And you can do it anytime you want. So now you probably don't need people that, if they don't want to talk, because the change is people don't want to talk to people, eh?
Yeah.
Hey. And I remember there was a stand-up I saw on social media where the guy was saying, "Remember the days when someone knocked on your door and everyone was excited to see who it was? Like, someone get the door!" And everyone's like, "Who is it? Who is it? Go to the door. Who's there?" And then when you answer the door, "Oh, welcome, come in, have something to drink, have something to eat." You know, everyone's excited. Someone's coming. And then, but today, like, someone knocks on the door, everyone's going, "Who the fuck is that? Like, who's that? Hide. Turn off the light.
You answer the door. Just tell him you're asleep. I'm about to say he told me to tell you he's asleep.
I'm not here.
So were you home when I came to your house the other day, Kat? But that's so
I think-
true.
Yeah.
But
I
then
think because it's easy access, now we don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
remember when Tix? Remember when Pix came about? Pixing? Sending
Oh.
picture messages, eh?
Yeah.
And then you could send recordings, eh? Like not long after that, and then it didn't take off.
Remember the first ever video phones?
Oh,
Yeah.
silly.
And it's pixelated, eh? Like,
Those selfies you had to judge, like, if you got the, because there was no reverse camera, you had to, like, turn your phone around.
oh, yeah, that's right.
Yo, now I remember, like, the Sony Ericssons, and if someone sent a long-ass message, it'll break it into 3,
Oh, yo.
and so you get part of the message, and you're like, hey, and then the second part comes in, and it's the first part, oh, okay, and then the last part comes, like, oh, yeah. Man. Oh, babe, can you top me up? You send the numbers through it.
I think the best thing that ever came out of all of that was being able to top someone up at the ATM.
Oh, bro.
You get ATM and then you can enter someone's phone number and then Verifone will top them up with like $20. I'm like, that was cool, man. I was like, wow, imagine doing that for your friends, on credit, never got credit, eh?
If you're on Vodafone and you texted during the week, you were the man, eh? You're the guy that had the coupe, eh, bro? You had the IOU $2 top up, eh? Bro.
Even when you jumped onto contract, eh? You're rich, eh?
Oh, bro.
Oh, bro, back in the day, hard. So a lot of people ended up with Bake-Up. Bake-Up was because they took phones or got contracts and they couldn't afford to pay them.
Yeah.
I wonder how much we're getting ripped off, eh? Because, when you watch American sports not on Sky, but on other platforms, and they actually show the US ads and when they go for ad break, but it's the USA ads, eh? Man, they show the phone deals, like they have Verizon and there's other phone companies in the States, all their deals, man, they're like, oh, you get a free phone if you just have a two-year contract. It's like $50 a week or $50 a month, but you get a free phone. It's like they have all these cool ass deals, eh? Like, we're getting ripped off over here, eh?
Getting ripped off big time, bro. And it doesn't have the 2 degrees. It's sort of like limiting like what they're offering. Like, how like before when Vodafone had like the iPhones, only they had the iPhones. Now it's the competitor was like, oh, I think 2 degrees didn't jump on the Samsungs, but Vodafone was still trying to do stuff like with their own brand, but it didn't take off because it died in the water, and they couldn't compete, they couldn't catch up, eh? But now it's sort of like, 2 degrees is pretty much slowed down because they're not competing with anyone, and now you having to go buy your Apple products from Apple Direct and stuff like that.
Was it the Boost Mobile and Morocco?
Yeah, I think after Boost,
Yeah.
it would have been after Boost.
Boost Mobile.
But even that died in the water, eh?
Yeah.
I'm trying to use like the RT communications.
Yeah, that man, I get jealous, eh, when I see those ads like T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T. You get a free Apple iPad, free Apple phone, free Apple Watch, and all you gotta do is just be with us for a 2-year contract.
Nah, man, you guys are on the wrong thing, man. Like, the worst thing's when you're watching the streams for the NRL and the discounts you see for the KFC packages.
Oh yeah.
So forget about these phone plans. I want to get an 8-piece for $12, man.
Oh,
You know, the
shit.
worst is when they show the KFC and
Yeah,
when
so
they do
they,
when they do the video ref.
yeah,
When you say when we're gonna go to the bunker,
yes,
look at the screen, see if it's a trial or not, and they have the
yeah.
KFC sign.
That cuts deeper than any phone panels.
Man, if you're watching with your old man, then your old man goes, "Oh, I feel like KFC. Can go up the road for some KFC."
That's when I had transfer money, transfer discount. Sadly.
Sweet boys, coming to the end of another podcast. Is there some last words? Let's go, Eddie.
Yo, last words, man. Be hopeful, man. With the week I had, man, like, I think that was the theme, well, for me and my boys. We're just hopeful that this year will be better. So my last words is, man, hope. Yeah, Seki, how would you, Let's?
Oh man, I just wanted to take the opportunity to just wish my cousin Joanne Te Aku down in Poiroa a happy 21st birthday. Love you, cousin. Love the work you're doing for our tahu family down in Pitan and Matawala. I know your old man, your parents will be proud of you, and I know I'm proud of you, cuz I love coming down there and feeling like, you know how you make fun of your cousins, like, because they're doing like the mature things with the older generation. Yeah, that's my cousin Joanne. Hey, love you, cuz. My last words is to anyone still sitting on the fence about getting started, man. I think that's usually the hardest part is like actually putting one foot in front of the other. Make a plan, man. I think if you put pen to paper or even put it in a note somewhere, make a plan to execute whatever you've got in the woodworks, man. Because without taking the first step, or that's where it gets stuck. It gets stuck in the water, man. So yeah, those are my last words, man. Don't procrastinate. Don't overthink it, because sometimes those deep thoughts are the ones that you can't get yourself out of, and there's self sort of destruction there, in itself. Yeah, shout outs to Safoto for coming into the Bible today. It's nice to have a year reflection and massive debrief on what he's been up to. Yeah, that's my last words. Let's get a Leti in all of it.
Thank you.
Thank you, usos. My last words, yeah, man. Just keep watching, keep listening to the WesWes Network. We're gonna come out with some stuff. I think we're gonna record our penultimate episode for Skeleton Crew tomorrow, and that will come out. And penultimate meaning the finale will be next week. So another episode on that. But I'm trying to go hard with the movie reviews. Got some ideas of what to do with the reviews. Might do some more writing, do some movie reviews on the website, or do some short videos on YouTube. But I'm still working in progress. But yeah, man, keep up to date with that. And yeah, hope you guys have a good week, and we'll see you next week on Empty Out the Clip. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Thank you.